Google Spreadsheet tutorial. Google Sheets introduction. What is Google Sheet? It is a spreadsheet program developed by Google. Google Sheet organizes data in columns and rows and allows you to do mathematical function to run on the web browser. The first version released in 2006. Google Sheet is typically used for analysis, data entry, data management, accounting, budgeting, data analysis, visual and graphs, programming, financial modeling, and much more. Why use Google Sheet? It is one of the most popular spreadsheet program in the world. It is easy to learn and get started. The skill ceiling is high, which means that you can do more advanced things as you become better. It can be used in both work and everyday life, such as a create family budget. It is huge community support. It is continuously supported by Google. Templates and work frameworks can be used. Reuse by yourself and others, lowering creation cost. Learn and get started. The skill. Okay, get started. This tutorial will teach you the basics of Google Sheet. It is necessary to have any prior experience, not necessary to have any prior experience with spreadsheet programs or programming. Get started. Google Sheet not require downloading or installing of the program. It simply runs on browser. Google Sheet can be used here. From there we can use it. Google Sheet program, and we create a new sheet, my spreadsheet, and I have to start this. My first spreadsheet. Take it and then blank install. Once you have successfully logged in, you will land on Google start page. Link on the workbook, not spreadsheet yet, and enter a name for workbook. Here, get the button. Here, hit the enter button and your keyboard. On your keyboard, my first spreadsheet. My first FIRST SPREAD my first spreadsheet, and hit the enter button. Save it. Google Sheet has columns and row similar to a squared math exercise book. Don't worry if functionally looks overwhelming or at first. You'll get comfortable as you learn more in the chapter to come. For now, focus on rows, columns, and the cells. Okay, let's the function. A1, first cell. A1, the one that is marked with blue rectangle in the picture. Second, type equal 1 plus 1. Hit enter button. Copy the value and hit core A1 and write it here. Paste. Cancel. Control B. Paste. 2. Here is the value 1 plus equal 1 plus 1. 2. So then go the next page. Overview. Overview. The chapter gives an overview of Google Sheet. Google Sheets are made two pieces, ribbon and sheet. Have a look at the picture below. The ribbon is marked with rectangle. This is the ribbon. And the sheet marked with yellow. And this is the sheet. It is marked with yellow. First, let's start with explaining ribbon. The ribbon previous shortcuts of Google Sheet provide shortcuts of Google Sheet commands. A commands in action that allows you to make something happen. This is can, for example, to be insert a chart, change the font size, or change the color of cell. Ribbon is made up of the Google Sheet home, menu bar, quick access toolbar, groups and commands. In this section, we will explain the different parts of the ribbon. File, edit, view, insert, format, data, tools, extension, help. These are menu bar. These are menu and undo, control Z, redo, print, print format, zoom, format of currency, format of percents, decimal, decrease decimal place, increase decimal place, more formats, and fonts are groups. Commands. Here commands. Border, margin, horizontal align, horizontal align, vertical align, stack, text wrapping. These are commands. Home skin, sheet home. The Sheet Home button takes you Google Sheet start page where you can create new workbook uh, or visit your previous work books. Menu bar. The menu bar allows you perform different action on your workbook. Quick access toolbar. Quick access has the most popular actions in menu. Groups are sets for related commands on the quick access toolbar. And the groups are separated by vertical line break commands. The commands are buttons that you use to do actions. Now you look you have a look at the sheet, soon you will be able to understand the the relationship between the ribbon and sheet, and you can make things happen. Sheet explains. Sheet, the sheet is a set of row. What is sheet? The sheet is a set of rows and columns. It forms the same pattern as we have in math. It forms the same pattern as we have in math exercise books, the rectangular boxes formed by the patterns and cells. From there, we can copy the value and we can paste it out on our sheet. Here it is. This is A1 cell, and there they paste the value. So we copy it and paste the value. One here is B6. Each cells its unique reference, which is its coordinates. That is where the columns and row insert. Let's break this up and explain by examples. Have a look at the picture below. Hello world. Hello world was typed in cell 4, cell C4. The reference can founding by the clicking on the relevant cell and seeing the difference in the name box to the left, which tells you that the cell's reference is C4. Another way to find the reference is the first find the column in case C, then map that towards the rows. In the in this case 4, which gives as the reference of C4. Multiple sheet. You start with one sheet by default. When you create a new notebook, you can have many sheets in workbook. uh, New worksheets can be added or removed. Sheets can be named to making easier to the work with datasets. Are you up for the challenge? Let's create two new sheets and give them useful names. First, uh, click the plus icon. Where is the plus icon? This is the plus icon. Click the plus icon and show in the picture. Create two new sheets. we have to create two new sheets, one and another one. Second, you can use the hotkey Shift plus F11 to create new sheets. Right from there, we can go and Shift 11. First, press Shift and then F11. Is create another sheet. Name sheet 4. Third, enter useful names for the sheets. So first name is data visualization, data structure, and data raw. I want to delete this. Data visualize data visualization, data structure, data structure, data structure, and this is the name raw data. In this example, we used data visualization, data structure, and raw data. This is typically structure when you are working with data. Good jobs. You have now created your first workbook with three named sheets. Chapter summary. The workbook has two main components, the ribbon and sheet. This is these are the ribbon and this is the sheet. The ribbon is used to navigate access commands and sheet is made up of columns and rows which make cells. Each cell has its unique reference. You can add new sheets to your workbook and name them. In the next chapter, you will learn more about the sheets, formulas, ranges, and functions. Google Sheet syntax. A formula is a syntax. A formula in Google Sheet is used to do mathematical calculation. Formula always start with the equal sign typed in the cell followed by your calculation. You claim the cell by selecting and typing the equal sign. Creating formula step by step. Select a cell. Select a cell. Select cell. This is selected cell. And then type equal sign. Type equal. Type equal. And then select a cell or type a value. One plus one and hit enter. This is our result and it is true. 1 plus 1, hit enter. 1 plus 1 is 2. This is the value of cell in communicated by reference value. For example, A2 means a cell 1 is value 2. Using formulas in cells, you can type values to cells and use them in your formulas. Let's type dummy values in your sheet. Get to start it. Double click the cell and type the value on them and go ahead it. A1 cell was 305. So we have to type it in A1 cell. This is the A1 cell and type here 309 and A2 cell 320. A2 cell 320. B1 cell 39. B1 cell 39 and B2 35. Compare with the picture and show below. Type values by selecting cell them and equal. Select C1. So we have to select C1. We select C1. Sorry, we select here C1 and type equal sign. Select A1. Acha. So here we select and first equal sign. Sorry, equal sign. Then select A1. Then type minus sign. So we have to type here minus minus. Select B2. Select this is B2. The cell has the cell that has the 35 values. Hit enter and we have to hit put the way on enter button. Enter 724. The result is 724. This formula can typically directly without clicking the cell. The type formula would be the same at the values in C1 equal A1 minus B2 minus A1 equal A1 minus B2. So we write equal A1 minus B B2. Here is the result 274. The result after hitting the enter is C1 274. Another example. Let's try one more example. This time let's make formula A2 minus B1. A2 minus B1. Select the cell C2. Select cell C2 and then type the equal sign. Type the equal sign and then select A2 That cell has the C is 320 value. Select A2, type the minus and select B1 cell that has 39 value. Type minus and select B1 cell and hit enter. The value is 281. 281. You got the result C2 281. Right, go right way to go. You can make formula with all four arithmetic functions such as plus, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Here are some examples. Equal 2 4 2 plus 4 equal 2 plus 4 gives you 6. 4 plus 4 minus 2 gives you 2. 8 and 2 divided by 4 gives you 0.5. In the next chapter, you will learn ranges and how to data can be moved in the sheet. In the next chapter, you will learn ranges and how to data can be moved in the sheet. In the next chapter, you will learn ranges and how to data can be moved in the sheet. Ranges is an important part of Google Sheets that is allow you to hard work with selections the cells. There are different operations for selection: selecting a cell, selecting multiple cells, selecting a column, or selecting a row. Before having a look the difference operator for selection, you will introduce the name box. The name box shows you the reference which cells or range you have selected. It can be used to Google to sheets, cells or range by typing their coordinates. You will learn more about the name box later in the chapter. Selecting a cell. Cells are selected by clicking them with the left mouse button and by navigating to them with keyboard arrows. It is easiest to use the mouse to select cell. To select cell A1, click on it. From there we select cell A1. A7, C1, C7, B8. So selecting multiple cell. More than one cell can be selected by pressing the Ctrl or Command and left clicking on cell, and finished with selecting you can let go Ctrl plus commands. Selecting. Select. Now all the sheets I have selected. Selecting a column. Columns are selected by clicking on them. This will select all cells in sheet related to the column. To select column A, on click on the letter A of column bar. This is column bar, and if we click on it, then it will be selected. Selecting a row. Rows are selected by clicking on them, and this is the row. The row is selected. Selecting Enter Spreadsheet. Enter Spreadsheet can be selected by clicking the rectangle in the top left corner of the spreadsheet. If we select click on it, then it will select it. Now the whole cell is selected. You can also select the entire spreadsheet by pressing Ctrl A or Command A on for macros. Selecting arrays. Selection or of cell ranges has many use areas, and it is one of the most important concepts of Google Sheet. Do you think too much about how it is used with values? You will learn about this in the later chapter. For now, it's focus on how to select ranges. There are three ways of select a cell. Select a range of cells. Name box, da- drag to mark range and using shift key. The first is easiest way to drag and mark. Let's keep it simple and start there. How to drag and mark a range step by step. Select a cell, left click on the hold mouse button. Select this and left click on the mouse button. Left, 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 left. Move the mouse pointer and select it. Filling makes your lives easier, and it is filling ranges with values you so that you have no way too many types to entries and entries. Filling can be used for copying sequence data and functions. Jets and functions. How to fill. Fillings can be done. কিছুই না Google Sheets double click to fill. Double click to fill. The fill function can be double click to complete functions in a range. Double click to fill example. Let's use double click to fill a function into calculate attack B2 and P20. Here is the recording. আমি এটা যা শিখতেছি মনে করেন আমি থেকে গুগল শিট শিখতেছি অ্যান্ড দেন হচ্ছে যে এটা আমি ফেসবুকে ইউটিউবে লাইভ করে রেকর্ড করে রাখতেছি মনে করেন আমি যদি কাউকে শিখাইতে যাই তাহলে আমার সেই ক্ষেত্রে আরো এটার ভালো হবে না ওই কাজ করতে গেলে লোক লাগবে, কেমনি করে দেয়, কেমনি করে দেন না, লোক লাগবে। Let's use the double click functions and calculate. Okay. Let's use the double click function and fill the function to calculate the attack B2 to B20 and defense C2 to C20 and the Pokemons in the range D2 to D20. All are selected. কোন কি দেখতেছেন? কই কি দেখতেছেন? কোন জায়গা? Total. Here is the D1. We selected the D1 cell and typed there total total and select the D2 cell. Here is the D2 cell and select D2 and type equal. So we type here equal, selected here the D2 cell and typed equal, equal, and uh, then select B2. We select here B2. What is the B2? This is the B2 cell, and then B2 cell, and then plus C2. So we go there and come here and plus C2 cell. C2 and hit enter. Here is the 65 and double click the functions highlighted the rectangle. It is way to go. And mobs cells. There are two ways to move cells: drag and drop or copy and paste, or by copy and paste. Drag and drop. Let's start by typing or copying same value that we can work with. Copy these values. Okay, copy, and then go there. Select the full cell and paste it here. And after coming there for the cell, select the next by marking area A1 to B4. A1 to B4. Here we selected the full area. You can drag and drop the range by pressing and holding the left mouse and on the border. The mouse cursor will change a hand symbol when you hover over the border. Drag and drop it when you see the symbols. Move the ranges B2 to C5 and shown in the picture. So we have to move it B2 to C5. So this is this this so to this is selected by us. Now we have created more space so that you have room for more data. It is important to give context to data, making the spreadsheet easy to understand. This can be done by adding text which explain the data. Let's go ahead and give the data more context. Type or copy the following values. Health attacked. B1 is health. ACALT is health and attack. ATTACK attack. Charmander. CHARMENDAR. Charmander. Sorry, MANDER. Charmander. Picasso. Pika. CHU. Picasso. And then Bulbasaur. B well bull BASAUR. Bulbasaur. Squirtle. SQUIR. SQUIR. TLE. TLE. And then, yes, the that is right. We are looking at Pokemon. Pokemon. Giving the context to the data is always helpful. Next, let's see how we can move data by using cut and paste. Cut and paste. Ranges can be moved by cutting and pasting values from one place to another. You can cut using Ctrl plus X and paste Ctrl plus B, and for Mac Command plus B. This saves you time. Marks cell E1 to cell C5 and Ctrl paste and Ctrl plus X. Ctrl X. Cutting highlights the border and dashed lines. Click on the paste destination B6. Ctrl B. Copy and paste. Copy and paste work in the same way as cut and paste. The difference is that it is not remove the original cell. Let's copy and paste. Ctrl plus C and Ctrl plus V. Copy the value and data is explained. Column A is Pokemon trainers, row 1 type Pokeballs, ranges B2 to D4, amounts of the Pokeballs, Grad Balls and Ultra Balls. Notes: it is important to practice reading data to understand its context. It is example you should focus on the trainers and their Pokeballs which have three different types: Pokeballs, Grad Balls and Ultra Balls. Let's have Ivy to count her Pokeballs. You will find LB is A2, sorry, IV, who is the values in row B2, B2, C2, 3, and to the D2 is 1. Select E2. Then we select E2 and then type equal, type equal. Select B2 plus C2 plus D2. Select B2 plus C2 plus D2. Did you got the value E6? Good jobs. E2 is 6. Good jobs. You have helped Ivy to count her Pokeballs. Now let's help Lima and Andrella counting theirs. Do you remember the fill functions that learns about easier? It can be used to continue calculation sidewards and downwards and upwards. Let's try it. Let's fill functions to continue formula step by step. Select F2. Hmm. 6, 12, 15. 6, 12, and 15. Select E5. E2 plus E3 plus E4 plus hit enter. 33. This is result E5 equal 33. Let's try the sum function. Type E5. So we click it and remove that. Type E5 equal 33. Absolute reference. Absolute reference is when a reference has the dollar sign. It looks at a reference for the in the formula. Add dollar sign to the formula to use absolute reference. The dollar sign has three stated absolute for column and row. The reference is absolute looked.